Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for Yoga Storytime. Our book for today is called Caspian Finds a Friend, written by Jacqueline Veissid and illustrated by Merrilees Brown. We thank Chronicle Publishing for allowing us to record and share this reading with you today. After we finish reading our book, we'll scoot on back to our mats, and if you don't have a mat, don't worry, you can use a nice piece of carpet, you can use a towel that's weighted down with something, or if it's nice out, you can even go outside, and we will do a fun little warm-up, and then we will do some stretches inspired by some of the sights that we will see in our book. And now, for Caspian Finds a Friend. Caspian lives in a lighthouse, surrounded by a cold, gray, blue sea. Every day, he watches the waves, wondering, waiting, wishing for a friend. Every night he casts his light out into the darkness, searching. But no one arrives, just the sea and the skies, and so he waits. Until one day, he has a new thought. He hurries home to find paper and pencil. On his table sits a bottle with flowers. He empties it, rolls up his paper, and slips it inside. Then down to the wide open sea he runs and throws the bottle in. He watches it float away, farther and farther, smaller and smaller. Days sink into weeks, weeks into months. He waits and waits, his hopes bobbing like a bottle on waves. Early one morning, Caspian notices a glistening nestled in the rocks. He slowly uncorks the bottle and pulls out a piece of paper. Only one word is written. I wonder what it says. He races to his little rowboat and pushes out to sea. Day fades into night, and still he keeps rowing and rowing. The stars shimmer to life, illuminating the darkness. Caspian lies down in his boat and looks up, watching, wondering, wishing, and slowly falls asleep, his dreams drifting on a gentle sea. At first blush of dawn, Caspian wakes. In the distance, he sees something floating towards him. What do you guys think it is? Closer, and closer, and bigger. The bear's eyes are warm and gentle. He slowly lifts up a piece of paper, which says, "Will you be my friend?" Caspian holds up his, which says, "Yes." Together they travel across a sparkling, sunlit sea, back to the lighthouse, back home. The end. Thank you guys for following along. I do love that book. I think the pictures are so pretty. And now we will scoot on back to our mats or our clear areas, and we will start our warm-up. Now that we are in our spots, we will find our crisscross legs, just like so, and we will start by taking some very deep breaths to make sure we get our body and our muscles and everything all nice and warmed up. So what we're gonna do, as we always do, is pretend we have a balloon in our belly, and every time we breathe in, the balloon gets bigger, and when we breathe out, it deflates and gets smaller. So let's try 3 of those. Breathe in, and out, and in again, and out again. Great job. One more time. In and out. Excellent job, you guys. Let's see what we're doing next. We are going to warm up our shoulders. So first, we are going to roll them forward, just like this. Great job. And next we'll do it backwards. We'll go the other way. Roll them towards your back. So good, you guys. Next, we are going to rotate our heads around, make some big circles with our necks. Feeling nice and warmed up. And now we'll go the other way. So wonderful. Next, we're going to stretch out our arms and our legs. We'll start by taking one leg and putting it out to the side, and then you'll take your arm and stretch forward as far as you can. You can try reaching your toes, your ankle, your knee, whatever is most comfortable for you. Wonderful job. We'll bring that leg back and we will stretch out our other one, and then we'll do the same thing. Stretch as far as is comfortable for you. Great job, friends. And now we will get ready to start our stretches and our poses. And as always, don't worry if they don't look perfect. We all know by now that mine never do, and that is okay, because every time we practice together, we get better. Our first pose is going to look just like the place where Caspian in our story lives, and he of course lives in a lighthouse. So this pose is called the Lighthouse Pose. So we do this pose by first standing nice and tall, and just so you guys know, this pose is great for stretching your sides and practicing your balance. So we will stand nice and tall, just like so. We'll take one of our feet, doesn't matter which one, because we're going to do both eventually, and we will either press it against our ankle, like so, or up on our calf. Just want to make sure you don't put that foot on your knee. And we will take our arms, put them in front of our hearts like so, and then reach up towards the sky. Great job, like a lighthouse shining out to sea. We'll bring our arms back to our heart. We'll put them down at our sides, and we will put our foot down and switch. Remember, you can lean your foot up against your ankle. You can bring it up onto your calf, just not on your knee. And we will take our arms in front of our hearts and raise them above our head, just like the lighthouse. So good. We'll bring our arms back to our heart, down to our sides, and our feet back on the ground. And we will sit back in our crisscross legs and see what's next. And our next pose is the flower pose. As you might recall from our story, Caspian takes an empty flower jar to send his letter to his friend. Put our flower up here with our lighthouse, and we are now going to open up our hips and strengthen our thighs. That's what the flower pose does. And we will do that by putting our feet together, just like so. We can put our hands on top if we'd like. Our knees are pointed out nice and wide, and we will bounce them up and down, just like so, like flower petals blowing in the breeze. Great job, friends. We will resume our crisscross legs and get ready for our next pose. Our next pose is one of my favorites. It is the boat pose. Remember, Caspian rows his rowboat out to meet his new friend. We'll put our boat up on our board, and we will get ready to strengthen our back and our tummy muscles, because that is what this pose does. So we will start by sitting on our bottoms, just like so. We will have our feet flat on the ground and our knees bent. We will take our hands and point them towards us, just like so. And then we will lift one leg, and then the other, and then one arm, and then the other. And you are in the boat pose. We'll hold it just like so. Great job, you guys. We'll put one arm down, then the other, then one foot, and then the other. And we will return to our crisscross legs for another one of my favorite poses. You might recall, as Caspian is out to sea, he sees lots of stars in the sky above. So we will put our star right below our boat, and we are going to get ready to stretch our whole body with this pose. So we will stand nice and tall, we will take our feet out nice and wide, and then we will spread our arms out nice and wide. and give our fingers a little twinkle. Feel the stretch all over. Excellent job, my friends. We'll come back to our crisscross legs for our last pose of the day. And it is, of course, the polar bear pose. That's Caspian's friend. Now this pose is great for stretching and releasing your lower back. So if you've been sitting a lot, this is the pose for you. So we are going to come down onto our hands and knees, just like so. We'll spread our fingers nice and wide, tuck in our toes behind us, and then we will press our hips up to the sky. And we will come up on our tippy toes and we'll take some steps like we're a polar bear walking through the snow. And if you have room, feel free to walk around. Excellent job. We'll come back to our crisscross legs and we will do 3 more big balloon breaths. Remember, as we breathe in, the balloon gets bigger, and as we breathe out, it deflates and gets smaller. So let's all breathe in together and out. And in again, and out again. And one last big balloon breath in, and out. Excellent poses and excellent breathing, my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed practicing some of these stretches today. Be sure to check out Caspian Finds a Friend from your local library branch, and I will see you real soon. Thanks. Bye.